Okay. So self join. Okay, now I think yesterday up to natural join and the difference of natural as well as equi join we discussed, and what is natural, what is equi. Okay, right. And later we come to what is next self join. So come to self join is very important, guys, here, and carefully observe. The first of all, self. Self means generally self dependency. It means that, or self dependent. It means that we are depending on others or we are depending on ourselves. So that means we are not depending on any others. Previous all joins you can check it out, including natural join also. How those joins we are implemented means based on at least two tables we required. Like we taken out a course table with the student table we taken, EMP table, DEPT table we taken, EMP table. Okay. Next we taken what? Sal grade table we taken. Okay. Na? Next we designed some test one and test two tables we design. And we taken out here items one and items two tables are we design. So that means in the previous joins, at least two tables we taken out, and the two tables we did perform, or we perform some operations, and we are retrieving from two tables data. It's called a multiple tables data. So now in this case, how you return the statements means one table to another table we return. So like course CID is equals to student CID. So that means one column of one table is comparing with another column of another table. So that is called as a dependency we called. Okay, na? So one column of a table comparing with the other column of other table. So one to dependence, like how you discuss like a course table to student, students to course. You can write any way your condition. EMP to DEPT, DEP to EMP, EMP to sal grade to EMP. So EMP test one to test two, okay, items one to items two, items to item one. So it's like a vice versa. Either depends like course to depend student, student to course. Any manner you can write, but at least we have a two tables we used in the previous all joins. But yeah, self joining. Self join means what now? A table will join by itself. A table joining by itself is called as what now? Self. So that means when we want to do some operations on self mechanism, so we don't want to require these many tables are not necessary. Okay. So not necessary. We are working on one table. So only single table data operations whenever you want to perform by using of joins techniques. Okay. And that was only self technique. If anybody asks you, so many people, they have a confusion. So can I apply a join technique on a single table? Means yes, of course, I can apply. But so many people thinking like what joins means multiple tables they're thinking. But it's not necessary to have a multiple tables, even though we will be perform my joins operations on a single table data. And that kind of technique is what, sir, means the kind of technique is not a equijoin, not a inners, not a outers, not left outer, right outer, full outer, not a cross, not a naturals. Because these joints, when we want to implement compulsory, what we required? Minimum 2 tables we required, but not need for your self join. So self join is working on single table. Okay, so this is the first option you can write now. So what you understand, self join, how can be defined means joining a table by itself is called as a self join. Okay, now, and one more thing is confirmed that it can implement implement on a single table, only. Okay, right. But now the question, sir, one table, how it will be comparing by itself? Okay, now, so how it is possible, sir? Okay, how I can compare by itself? Okay, now here, simple for your understanding. Suppose a person want to compare by itself. Okay, generally what it was going to do, then this person will be stand in front of mirror. When you was stand in front of mirror, what it was happening, guys? Your image will be reflected. Is it correct? Yes. So your image will be reflected. So the outside of the mirror we called as your physical object. This is physical object because of reason it having some structure. It will be occupied some space. Okay, na? And I can touch it. I can feel it. Okay, that's called a physical. When I touch and feel and having physical existence and occupy some memory. But this is physical. Whatever you see in the mirror, whatever we are viewing in the mirror, can I say this is a physical? No, this is what? Virtual. It is called as what now? Virtual. So virtual means it's not permanent. It's just imaginations. So unless the physical object will be stand in front of mirror, then only the virtual will be reflected. Yes or no? Yes. For example, your physical object was removed from your mirror. Okay, what it was happen? You will get any virtual? No, virtual is also disappear because virtual will be there up to physical will be there. If physical is not there, virtual you can't. So now how a person will go and stand in front of mirror, how the person image will be reflected, and with his physical body is comparing with the virtual body. So now I'm comparing with my virtual body, my virtual structure. I am comparing by itself. So when a person will comparing by itself, he was taking some help of what now? Mirror. Taking help of mirror. So the mirror help, he will creating one virtual image, the physical image comparing to virtual images. Then these both are comparing to each other. But when it look like comparing two objects, physical and virtual, but these are comparing only how many persons? One person only. So one person only will be there. So same like that, guys. Sir, I said a table, single table only can perform. So single table means, okay, sir, is the one table I was taken on this table. I want to write my self join. But self join, what it was here, joining a table by itself. Okay. So how this table want to join by itself? It means that definitely we need to create one What we want to create? One virtual table I want to create, sir. One virtual table I want to create with the help of a mirror. So how we are taking mirror help, with the help of mirror, how we created virtuals of your physical, same as in database, and especially self technique whenever you want to apply. Then there you must be create a alias name. I already said to you my early classes when we discuss aliases. Aliases are very, very important key role will play in your joins. Okay, na? So aliases are there. So with the help of alias, and already we discussed alias, column level alias, table level alias, already explained to you. So with the help of alias, what the programmer will do, he will create one virtual table. And this virtual table, how it is possible to create, sir? It means with the help of what now? Alias only. Without alias, you can't. So that means whenever I'm creating alias name, on my physical object, then internally your Oracle database server will preparing virtual tables are preparing like a Xerox copies, like a Xerox copy. So once it was preparing your virtual table and your physical table, then these two tables will be comparing to each other. In this comparisons, as per given self-join condition, the data will be retrieving from that particular table. But it was look like two tables, but comparing by only one table. So that is what is self technique. So that is self technique. If you want to implement, you must be use a alias. Without aliases, we cannot implement a self technique. This is the most important point. Okay, na? Right down below. It can implement with the help of alias names. With the help of alias names. So continue. Without alias names, we cannot, without alias names, we cannot implement self-join technique. Cannot implement self-join technique. Okay, right. Next one. Once we created alias name on a table, internally, Oracle database server will prepare a virtual table on each alias name. Okay, so once we created alias name on a table, internally Oracle database server will prepare a virtual table on each alias name. So what is the mean of on each alias name? For example, are you taking EMP E1, EMP E2, EMP E3? How many aliases I created? 3. So when you created three aliases, what I'm telling, on each alias name, okay, that means E1, it was preparing one virtual table, one virtual copy. On alias number E2, then again it will be preparing what now? Virtual copy. Then alias name E3, then it will be preparing what now? Virtual copy. So that means on each alias name, one virtual copy will be preparing by your Oracle. Okay, internally it was preparing your copies. How it was like means that, for example, a person standing here, a person around, I'm keeping some mirrors. How many mirrors I kept? Four. Then what happens, sir? So his image only reflected in how many mirrors? Four mirrors. So that means here four images are reflected. Four images are reflected. So how we can say if a person around there are 100 mirrors are there, then how the person image will be reflected into 100 times same as on a same table. If you create n number of aliases, on each alias, one virtual table is created. Understand? Na? Like how many aliases I can create, sir, on single table? It means n number of aliases. There is no limitations. There is no limitations. It's your wish as per your requirement. You can create 100 aliases, 200 aliases also you can create. But how many alias names are you created? On each name, one copy will be maintained by your database server. This is what internally happened once you created alias. Okay. Now, so like that, you will be create any number of aliases. But see here on the same table, I was created how many aliases? Three aliases. But every alias name is different. Is different or not? Yes. So that's why don't go for to give a duplicate alias names. If any two aliases having same name, then it was not allowed. It was showing error. Okay. What it was saying that duplicates are not allowed. So on the same name, is it possible to have a two user IDs? Is it possible? In your Gmail account, Facebook account, possible? Never. Your ID is different, your friend ID is different. But is it possible like that two people are using same ID? Never impossible. So duplicates are not allowed. Same as you're also duplicates are not allowed. You will be create a unique names. So like you can create a n number of aliases. Understand? Na? Right down below. Okay. Next point. We can create any number of alias names on a single table, on a single table, on a single table, but each alias name, but each alias name, but each alias name must be, but each alias name must be different. Okay, no? Right. So these are the few points you should remember when we want to working on self techniques. But the self technique where, sir, where I want to use, in which kind of situations, in which kind of cases, I want to use my self technique. Okay, na? Now you can write here. Self join technique can be can be can be used in two cases. Used in two cases. Okay, what are those? First case, comparing a single column value, comparing a single column values by itself, by itself within the table, within the table. My second case, what is the second case? Comparing multiple columns values to to each other, to each other within the table, or within the same table or table. So these are the two cases, guys. You are okay. The self join can be implemented here. The self join can be implemented here. Okay, no? Right. So in this two level, you can use either one column values comparing by itself, you can use within the same table, and multiple columns also comparison level you can use. Okay. Let me, I'm showing some examples on first case. Okay. Right down below. Examples on comparing a single column value by itself within the table. Okay, right. So what is my requirement here? The first example, you can see the requirement of this. Write a query to display employees who are working, who are working in the who are working in the same location, who are working in the same location, same location same location. The employee Smith is also working. So the employee Smith is also working. Okay, na? So the question, careful understand, guys. Here in my question, I don't have it any location name. I don't have it any location name. Location name is not there, but he was giving some hint for us. What is the hint here? Smith. So Smith is our hint. So that means I want to find out employees who are working in the same location. The employee Smith is also working. So like that. That means the first here, what we need to find out here. First, my Smith is working in which location? First, I want to know it. If I know the location of Smith, can I find out remaining employees? Yes. But here the problem is what now? I don't know location name. And even though my client was not given any location name in this query. Okay, na? Then how we can do this, sir? With one single table. Okay, na? Let me come out. First, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create one sample table now. So if any table is there on the name of test. Okay, right. So first I'm going to creating one sample table. So create table test. Employee name, I'm taking here varchar of some size. Location, I'm taking here varchar of some size. Then after I inserted few details into this. So values of, who is this? Smith HYD. Like I'm going to insert here. So one more employee was Jones, and the location was what now? Mumbai. So one more employee I will take here, Adams, which is Hyderabad. Next, one more employee I'm taking here, Scott. Okay, na Scott. He was locating into Chennai. Okay, na? Right. So now I just make it commit to making permanent data. So now you just come back and see your tester table. So now here, Smith is working in which location? Hyderabad. Is there any other employees working? Yes. Who is this? Adams. So Smith and Adams both are working in the same location, Hyderabad. This is my single table. Now from this table, I have to fetching my information. So who I wanted here, so who are working in the location of Smith. Now you can see self join I'm implementing here. First, I will give a query. Then after I will explain to you what is what. If I'm using select, careful observe, star from test T1, and I'm showing first ANSI format. So that's why I'm using join keyword. And after that, test number T2. Is it clear now? Then after, careful observe, where T1.loc is equals to T2.loc. Now you can see. So your T1, T2, these are the two table level aliases. So that means in your imagination, what it was happen, on the name of T1, one virtual object is created by your server. On the name of T2, one virtual table is going to be created. So now what it was happened, this is T1 table, this is T2 table. Now these two tables are comparing to each other. Understand now? So, but tell me, these are the two alias table, two Xerox copies, two virtual tables. But here I'm comparing the virtual tables of physical, but not two tables here. Okay, it is a look like that, but these are how many tables? Only one table. So that means whatever the condition I was written here, T1.loc is equals to T2.loc. That means, can you tell me how many people understand this condition? Okay, here LOC and LOC. Okay, na? T1.loc is equals to T2.loc. So this is, now you can carefully observe. This is what now? Column. How many columns? Single column. So now tell me, can I say like this here? A column by itself, it was comparing. Is it clear? Yes or no? Yes. That means location column data comparing by itself. So location column comparing by itself. That's called a location is equals to location. And these are what we call the single column comparison values. That's okay. But here, whatever we discuss here, T1 and T2, these are the aliases. Now tell me, these aliases belongs to what? Which table? Test table. These aliases belongs to test table. So test table. This is test in this test table. Okay, what is your location? Is a column. So now we can see a single column of values by itself. It will be comparing within the same table. Within the same table or not? Yes, because T1, T2, not a two tables. It is only one table. So this is what self-join condition we called. So this condition, whatever we return, this condition is called as what now? Self-join condition we called. So up to here, if I executed what it was happening, you can see this is my output. So now you can observe now. E-name location, ename location. What is this? Two virtual tables, T1, T2. So T1 and T2, as per your condition, this is T1 and this is T2. And what I'm using in between these two, equal. Now see, Hyderabad equals to Hyderabad. Matching? Yes. Hyderabad, second time matching. Mumbai, matching. Hyderabad, third time matching. Hyderabad, fourth time matching. Chennai, one time match. So that means here all are having what now? Matching data. Okay, now all are having what now? Matching information. And even though we can say my as a table by itself, it was comparing. So that's why by itself it was comparing means almost the same data will be reflected. Is it correct or not? Same data will be reflected. So that is why what I'm calling here. So see, whatever you got it, same as you got it. That's why it is called as what now? Mirror image. What here? Mirror images. Okay. But my requirement is not like that. My requirement only I'm asking which location people? Smith location people. So that's why up to here, my requirement is not fulfilled. Okay, but now I need to add some more requirements or some more conditions I'm adding now. So what is my condition here? Okay, AND operator. What should be I want to take here? Ename is equals to who is the name? Smith. But careful observe, whatever the conditional column I was taken, ename is equals to Smith. This ename is having in two virtual tables. In this it was there, and in this virtual table also there. So when my required column is having two tables, what kind of problem? Some already explained to you. Huh? Yes, ambiguous. So ambiguous problem will be occurred. Now see, ambiguous problem is occurred or not? On which column it is occurred? Ename column. So your asterisk symbol where it was showing. So here it will be occurred. Okay, now. So that's to overcome this. What we want to do. To overcome this, what we want to do. Come on. Table alias names I want to use as an identity of this column, because this column is having in two virtual tables. In T1 virtual table, this column is there. T2 virtual table, this column is there. So that's why your database server will be confusing here. Understand? Na? So now I want to use here AND operator. Okay, Smith has given and T2.ename and 2 executed now. When I'm executing now, can you tell me, are you reached your destination? No, I'm not still reached. Still have some problem. What is the problem? Duplicate. So this is my problem. Suppose that this is a T1, this is a T2. Suppose this data, if I remove from my table, okay, or remove my T2 table information, then you will get a perfect answer. Yes. Who came here? Smith and Adams came. Who came here? Smith and Adams came. Okay, but why, sir, it was came twice? Ename twice, location twice. Why we means? Why it means? It was using what now? Star. Star means what now? All columns from a T1 table. So this is all columns from T1 table is got it. Next star is nothing but what now? All columns of a T2 table. So then this is called as a T2 table. Okay, we are going to be displaying. That's why ename twice, LOC column twice, it will be showing us. Is it clear now? So now what I want to do, this is we know T1 table area. This is we know T2 table area. If I want to get an accurate result, which you need to delete? T1 na, T2 na? T2 I want to delete now. Okay. So how I can delete here? Observe. So deleting means writing your query. Select. So what I wanted here, employee. So E dot employee idea. Ename. Employee ename. So otherwise I can say T1. T1 dot ename. T1 dot LOC, because LOC also I have to show. Next one is what now? T2 dot ename, comma T2 is not necessary now. We are removing. Yes, we are removing. From what now? EMP not. Test. Test. Come on, guys. Test. Test 1, T1. What is the join? Test 2, T2. What is the condition? T1 ename, T2 location. Okay, from test 1, T1 join table test 2. Next one is what now? Condition. What is the condition here? T1 dot LOC is equals to T2 dot LOC and T2 dot ename is equals to what is this? Smith. Now we can see whether we got it. Something is missed. These are test 1 table. Na? Sorry. This is actually my table. T1, T2, T1, T1. Okay, from test T1 join test T2 on T1 dot ename is LOC is equals to T2 dot LOC. Okay, fine. And T2 dot ename is equals to what? Smith. Okay. So now I got it here. My accurate results, whatever we expected, that we got it. So what is that here? Smith, Hyderabad, and also Adams. So Smith, working location. Who was working again? Adams also working here. Okay, now right. But here, some point here observe. Are you selected? This is called a select command. Are you selected columns from which alias? T1 alias. Your end conditional column is which alias? T2 alias. So that means here what you understand? Selected columns from T1. Conditional column from T2. Suppose you people are asking doubters, sir, can I use a T1 here? Okay, let me go. Now I'm using what now? T1. If I'm using T1, in this case, what I'm doing here, my selected columns from T1 alias, my additional conditional column from T1 alias, both are T1s. What happening you can say? What is your answer? Duplicates. Duplicates are displayed now. So that means my requirement fulfill? No. So that means what you understand? Selected columns, conditional column should not be same alias table. Both are should be different. Suppose you can see here I'm using T2. Here I'm using T2. T2. Condition is okay na? Okay na? Now see. Here I'm using what? T1 compulsory. Then you can see. Got it? So that means selected columns, conditional column should not be same. So this is here in this case, carefully observed. In this case, whatever this is called a joining condition. In joining condition, you can see how many columns I'm comparing. Only one column. LOC column values I'm comparing with the LOC only. That means I'm comparing by myself. Understand na? I'm not comparing with the other column. Okay, a column comparing by itself. Itself okay, and itself within the table without different tables are within the table. Because T1, T2 is what? Aliases. Aliases of which table? Test table. Test table is one table or two tables? One table. So that means whatever our requirement we done or whatever the requirement we are asking, what is that? Okay, example on comparing a single column values by itself within the table. Satisfied? This case is satisfied? Yes. Right down below. First, I will take this demo table. First, take demo table.
Recording in progress.
Okay. Hmm. But here, lot of confusion. Yes or no? Sir, how it was, sir? We didn't understand what it was happen. Okay, na? Right. So now let me see. I will explain each and every point here. Okay. So first, I want to select this complete statement. Okay. And now come back and see your paint. So careful observe who are having confusion. So please check it out once and again. I'm not explaining here. Okay. Carefully observe this entire the statement. This is actually your query. What you written? Yes or no? These are my two conditions. One is self-join condition. One is a additional condition. These are okay. First, what it was happens, sir. It means that are you created two alias names, right? What I said, whenever you created alias name, internally Oracle will preparing virtuals. So that means here there are two virtual tables are prepared. This is one. This is a one more. Okay, na? Right. And I will take it to your. Okay, fine. So come to your aliases. These are T1, T2. Same as you have some columns, ename, LOC, ename, LOC. Because both are same table, that's the same structure. Next, what we said here, the table information, I will take it now. Whatever we created, this I just copy this table, what we have. This is one table. Okay, the structure same as here also. Is it clearer? So two alias tables and two alias tables are we design. Okay, fine. Next one, careful observe. Aliases over. Next year, how it was considered, sir, means here two conditions are there. Up to here is a condition number 1. Up to here, this is condition number 2. So how many conditions here? Two conditions. Two conditions here. So condition number 1, condition number 2, and between you have each operator, and end operator means what? Both conditions are true, true, then only true. True, false, false, true, false, false, false. Now just keep it. Now I want to check my first condition. I'm checking. What is my first condition? T1.LOC is equals to T2.LOC. Now we can say T1.LOC, T2.LOC. Okay, now compare. How it was comparing? It was having a rule. What is the rule? A row in a table comparing with all rows of second table. That already we know. Yes or no? Same as usual. Now you just check your first row. So first row, I'm checking first row. First row, first condition. Hyderabad is equals to Hyderabad. What do you say? Condition true or false? Condition true. When my first condition true, definitely I have to check second condition now. Yes. Second condition is what now? T2 dot e name is equals to Smith. T2 dot e name is equals to what? Is equals to what? Smith. So second condition true? First condition true? So yes. Now what do you say? Can I join this? Yes, of course. Your entire row can be joined. So now output how it was coming out to see. So now I just go for this. Okay. What is this? E name LOC. E name LOC. Okay. So now two alias tables these are. What it was come? Smith, Hyderabad, Smith, Hyderabad. I just keep it this. Okay, na? Right. Next, I have to compare. Hyderabad is equals to Mumbai. Hyderabad is equals to Mumbai. First condition false. Second condition need to check. No need. Leave it. Next, Hyderabad is equals to Hyderabad. Hyderabad is equals to Hyderabad. True. First condition true means definitely I have to check second condition. What is second condition? Smith. T2 dot e name is equals to what? Adams. True or false? False. So true, false. False. Leave it. Next, Hyderabad is equals to Chennai. False. So that means my first row comparing with all rows of second alias table. Satisfied now? So same like that, remaining also. So remaining you can come out and see. Next, Mumbai. Mumbai is equals to Hyderabad. False. Mumbai is equals to Mumbai. True, definitely. So first condition true means second condition check na? T2 dot ename equals to T2 dot ename is equals to what is that? Jones. True or false? False. So leave it that. Then come to Mumbai is equals to Hyderabad. Mumbai is equals to Chennai. False is over. Next I will come here. What is next one? Hyderabad is equals to Hyderabad. Hyderabad is equals to Hyderabad. True. Second condition what? T2 dot e name is equals to Smith. Check it out. T2 dot e name. What? Smith. Condition true. True, true, true. Can I join this? Yes, of course. We can join this. We can join this. Now, what is your output for this? What is the output? Adams. HYD. Smith. HYD. Is it okay? Fine. Now let me come. Next, Hyderabad, Mumbai. False. Hyderabad, Hyderabad. True. But name? False. My name? My name is what condition name? Smith. But condition here, table name? Adams. True or false? False. Leave it. Yes. Hyderabad, Chennai? False. Okay. The next one. Last one. Chennai, Hyderabad. Chennai, Mumbai. Chennai, Hyderabad. Chennai, Chennai. To name is false. Is it clear? So that means this is your final result. In this final result, can you tell me, okay, which is T1 and which is T2? This is T1. This is T2. Is it clear? Okay. So T1, T2. Now tell me which alias columns I'm displaying now. Which alias columns I'm displaying now? T1. Only displaying T1, but not T2, na? Yes. That's why what I'm going to do. That's why what I'm going to do. This will be deleted. Is it clear? Yes, deleted successfully. And tell me, now you got it, your final output? Yes, this is the way self-join will be working. Now clear? Yes. So this self technique. So now tell me, which table is comparing here? Same table. Test table comparing by itself. With how many columns? With one column. Which column? Location column. Is it clear now? So now, can you try one example on this? Write down. Same example. Try it. How to write. Take one more example. Write a query to display employees whose salary is same as the employee Scott salary, whose salary is the same as the employee Scott salary. Already you know a table. Otherwise, you can see table also. If you want to see it, you can see. Select a star from EMP table. Who is this here? Scott. Scott salary how much? Is there any employees there? There are. Who is this? Fraud. Okay, na? Write down to pick that people. Right. To pick that information from this table. Previous example, this example, same. Just columns are changed. That's it. Good. 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 Even. EMP even. You're missing. Join after table missing. EMP E2. Right. Good. Good. So now, girls, completed, huh? Uh, so now you can see. So you are very simple. Okay. So same as here. Select E1 dot E name, E1 dot salary, EMP, E1 join, EMP, E2. Okay. On class condition. To which column I have to compare? Salary. Salary is equals to E2 salary and E2. Why we want to take E2? Because selected columns are E1. So E name is equals, who is this? Scott. Okay, na? So here also only one column we comparing here. Which column? Salary column only compare. Okay, na? So single column comparisons we called right now. Okay, right. So this is single column. So it may be there is no complex in this. Okay, in single column. But we have some important is here. Multiple columns are having important for us because there is some complex also and somewhat difficult also. Okay, na? That how it is we will discuss on tomorrow. Okay, so I will upload this. Yesterday notes uploaded. Huh? Wait, wait, wait. And here this diagram also I'm giving to you. Okay, na? Okay, right. So now can leave.